News from China, the 29th of June 2023. Blinken declares that the United States will continue to do things that China does not like. U.S. Treasury Secretary expresses expectation to visit China and re-establish contact with the Chinese side. The Chinese Yuan RMB continues to depreciate against the US dollar, and foreign trade practitioners feel like they have found money, but the number of orders has decreased. Ministry of National Defense. The People's Liberation Army has the ability and confidence to crush the Taiwan independence, splittist and foreign interference schemes. Blinken declares that the United States will continue to do things that China does not like. During the routine press conference on June 29, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning expressed dissatisfaction with the remarks made by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in a recent interview, where he stated that the U.S. will continue to do things that China does not like. Mao Ning criticized the U.S. for pursuing a wrong perception of China and implementing wrong policies towards China, including containment, suppression, and smearing, and for interfering in China's internal affairs. Mao Ning emphasized that mutual respect is the most basic principle in state-to-state relations and urged the U.S. to stop making irresponsible remarks and to fulfill its promises with practical actions. U.S. Treasury Secretary expresses expectation to visit China and re-establish contact with the Chinese side. On June 29, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning held a routine press conference. A reporter asked whether China has plans to host a visit by U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, who recently expressed her desire to visit China and re-establish contact with some Chinese officials. Mao Ning responded that China and the U.S. maintain communication at all levels. For the specific issue you mentioned, I suggest that you inquire with the relevant Chinese departments. The Chinese Yuan RMB continues to depreciate against the US dollar, and foreign trade practitioners feel like they have found money, but the number of orders has decreased. The Chinese yuan has fallen to a half-year low against the US dollar due to the opposing monetary policies of China and the United States, coupled with concerns about future economic growth. Despite a weaker yuan theoretically boosting exports for Chinese companies, overseas orders have been lower than expected this year, and the decline in exports is more significant in US dollar terms due to the depreciation of the yuan. China's financial capital has also been impacted, with foreign investors selling off assets to avoid risks. The U.S. Federal Reserve expects more tightening measures, but with the implementation of economic policy measures, China's economy is expected to stabilize in the third quarter, and the renminbi may strengthen. Ministry of National Defense. The People's Liberation Army has the ability and confidence to crush the Taiwan independence, splittist and foreign interference schemes. The spokesperson for China's Ministry of National Defense, Colonel Zhang Xiaogang, held a press conference in which he commented on recent reports of the U.S. Congress's approval of the 2024 National Defense Authorization Act, which includes provisions for further U.S.-Taiwan military cooperation. Zhang emphasized that Taiwan is a core interest of China and the most significant issue in U.S.-China relations, and urged the U.S. to adhere to the One China principle and its commitment not to support Taiwan independence. He also stated that external forces supporting Taiwan independence, and the DPP's reliance on the U.S. to pursue independence are the main factors contributing to the tense situation in the Taiwan Strait. Zhang emphasized that China is committed to reunification and that the Chinese People's Armed Forces have the ability and confidence to defend China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Additionally, I would like to invite you to take a look at the description of the video. Since we live in an ever-changing, unstable world, I've prepared a selection of affordable yet highly effective self-defense products that you might find useful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and follow the ELICN News channel.